Well, let me show you how to analyze your Airbnb investment property. Guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is Piers. I've worked with over 1,400 properties all over the world, especially around the UK. And in this video, the method is exactly the same. It doesn't matter where you are, what country you're going to go through, analyzing an investment property. So firstly, look, I'm very humbled to say that all these channel videos that we've done, you guys are showing so much support. Thank you so much for liking all these videos. If you're new to this channel, we've done so many videos previously around Airbnb investment, numbers, locations, marketing, hospitality business, you name it. There's so much content that I'd love you to go and enjoy it. But for now, I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to do a screen share and we're going to run through some very basic yet some of the major points a lot of investors miss while analyzing a deal for their property investment. So without further ado, as you can see from my screen, what I'm going to talk about is four major things. The first one I want to talk about is property comparison. The second thing I want to talk about is pricing strategy. The third thing I want to talk about is clear information. And then last thing I want to talk about is how to do location analysis. So the first thing about property comparison. Now, as you can see from my screen, there's two major things that I've kind of listed here, which is the types of properties that you probably think is going to work, and secondly, the stock level of properties that you're going to put or you have available to purchase in your investment area. Now, I like to make sure that there's, with all this free training, I want to give you some actions that you can take away from it. And the first action to talk about the types of property is eventually the best way to find out is look at the availability around Rightmove and Zoopla. The reason why I do that is A, for comparison, to find out exactly what's available. And then secondly, what we want to do is to look at the stock level. Now, again, the way to check the stock level of your properties is in the UK right now, being the largest platform. Now, it doesn't matter where you are or what part of the world you are, you probably have a platform that your properties or potential purchase property will be featured. So first thing I want you to do in this video is stop this video, go and look at the types of property available in that investment area and look at the stock level. If there's 2-bedroom apartments that you're looking for, look at how many 2-bedroom apartment is there available for your purchase. Now, at this moment in time, we are not looking at Airbnb at all. While we're talking about this, guys, I know there's people from Canada watching it. I know there's people from US at the moment watching it. I would love you guys to comment down below, where do you go and look at properties right now for purchase? In UK, we've got a platform called Rightmove, and that's where all the properties are featured, and that's when we start our purchase portfolio, and that's how we start our searches. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, as you can see from my screen, is the pricing strategy. Now, the reason why I talk about pricing strategy as a part of your analyze of your Airbnb investment opportunity is two ways. Because the first one, as you can see, is talked about literally vacation rental pricing, which is your nightly rates. What do you need to charge on your nightly rates? However, in the UK, and also we've started implementing this in Dubai, which is what I call a profit pricing. So firstly, let's talk about the simple nightly rate strategy. So let's now quickly talk about nightly rate strategy. So in your investment area, there's numbers of ways you can actually go and find out about your nightly rates. Also, the nightly rates that's more achievable. I would love to take you through an action that's what's going to make you understand even better. So as you're probably aware, you probably have done this before, is to open the Airbnb just standard platform, go like your customers would, you do a certain searches. However, I would love you to choose a listing with at least over 20 reviews in your investment area and at least a review. So in that specific listing, I'd love you to make sure that the first review has been at least for last 18 months to 24 months, which means the person who's running that unit, if they've got a review for a 2-year cycle, they will really understand their pricing strategy. So the nightly rate they've shown you will show you exactly why they're achieving that kind of nightly rates. And secondly, because they've already gone through 2 cycles, 2 years of running it as an Airbnb investment, their numbers are going to be a lot achievable than somebody who's only got 1 or 2 reviews and might not have the experience for that whole cycle of the year. Now, profit pricing, it's in a simple term, you think about one guest and attract an X amount of profit, right? Because with certain months with Airbnb and short-term rental business, you take calendar as it comes, so you don't have a plan in place, but you want to make as much as money as potential. With profit pricing, what you think about is one guest who will stay with you for a month, 2 months, with an X profit that you're going to make guaranteed, right? Because you know that person's going to stay there with a 100% occupancy. They're going to stay there for 30 nights, and you know you've made the X amount of profit. Now, the best way to action this is, I would love you to go again back into individual investment areas that you've got. So if you're looking to run a investment area in Liverpool, I'd love you to type in service accommodation Liverpool, choose an independent, as you can see, like an independent operator, go into their website. Now, this is where you're going to find it very interesting, because your website pricing, if they're going to give you, is going to be completely different to the Airbnb pricing, as because Airbnb added, if you're clever enough or you know the right pricing strategy, Airbnb takes commission, right? If you're on a strategy where 18% is going to Airbnb. So by doing it in a direct booking platform or direct booking website of your competition, you will start understanding how they market their direct booking, especially around their monthly terms. So let's go and do that, and let's see how that performs for you, and let's get some results back. So moving on to clear information. If you're looking at Airbnb investment properties, you need to understand that there's some clear information around 2 major things that I truly believe is important. One, you need to understand how to run a profit and loss cash flow tracker for 12 months, right? I have seen a lot of people who get into this industry, and I know normally one of the things we do in GrowYourBnb is we ask people for their 12 months profit and loss tracker, because A, we need to understand what they've been doing, and B, we want to see how we can add value into the next whatever months of that full trading year. I will say you today, over 95% of people I've worked with do not have a profit and loss cash flow tracker. And if you're one of them, by the way, not a problem, but today I would love you to action it straight away. If you don't have that tool, reach out to me on socials, and I should be able to pass it over to you. So yeah, look forward to catching up that way. If not, if you've got a tool ready, let's go and create a 12 months cash flow. Now, as a part of your research and especially analysing your Airbnb investment, I do not believe at doing everything online, right? You've got to speak to the right person, the right people. So speaking to a local agent is extremely important. Why? Now think about 2 things here. If you're setting up an investment Airbnb property or short-term rental property, you need to understand how often do those local letting agents receive calls from people in the business, so people who are looking to relocate for business or relocation in general, because there'd be people out there in that investment area looking to relocate from different part of the world. The best thing I can always say to you is, look, with relocation clients, or i.e. also in UK, the contractors business, you do not need hundreds of clients. You only need one client who wants to stay with you for 2 months, 3 months, and even 6 months. We've recently launched 2 properties in Lincoln, and our client have managed to bang in 5 months booking. That's their first ever Airbnb property. And one thing they mentioned today was, Piers, we would have never known this demand until and unless we put your strategy in place, right? To a point today, they're working with 7 leads, and they've only got 2 properties, which means they've now got too much demands, less of supply, and at the moment they're looking to scale. So again, very, very important part of your research. And the last part of location analysis is actually, believe it or not, nothing to do with the property. It's actually to do with understanding your guest, their requirement, and their booking behaviors. Now, the action for this term, location analysis, especially looking at that investment opportunity for Airbnb, when you're thinking about guest, think about it this way. If somebody's looking to book in your investment area, what platforms are they looking to book you through? Now, I've mentioned they're direct, and I've also mentioned their OTA, right? If you could please, again, take an action on this video to write down all the potential direct booking leads you're going to get and how many nights do you think they're going to book you, and think about all the OTA guests and think about what and how or why they're going to book you for your investment area. As a result of that, you're going to have two different columns with all the guests, potential types of guests, be families, be relocation, be insurance client, be business travelers, be friends, be uni students. Literally, there'll be loads of people in those behaviors. They're going to give you some, you've got to write how long they could potentially stay with you, and as a result of that, that location analysis is going to give you a vision behind the setup of your property. So guys, firstly, I hope you enjoyed this overall free training, especially analyzing your investment property, because a lot of time when people talk about investment property, they just look at the property. At the moment, to be honest, as much as we want to go and search for properties in Rightmove, Zoopla, in the UK, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can go into those platforms where you're going to invest, you're going to see those property, but you also need to understand the back end, because getting a property is the easiest thing, but analyzing an Airbnb investment is by understanding your guests, understanding their booking behaviors. Why are they going to pay you a lot more than all the other operators out there? And what benefit are you going to bring into the table for those guests, those behaviors, and the reason why they want to book with you? Now guys, if you've got any questions, I'd love you to comment down below. If there's any actions that you're not sure about, again, comment down below. If not, we can book a call and we can explain you through this. I am, again, very humble that we don't do any mentorship, which means these are the things that I've personally felt throughout my journey. My clients at the moment who are starting, they're facing these challenges, and hopefully by watching this video, it gives you an understanding of what's very important, right? So look, thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video, and we will be back with another video soon.